Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. I wanted to hop on and let you know something new that is going on. Actually, I am going to be working uh, on, uh, we're going to be looking into the Maslow pyramid. And what that is this five essential components that are for your mental health and um, psychological health as well. The Maslow pyramid. You can look that up yourself if you would like. Um, just just put in Maslow in the search bar, and it will populate the information you need. If you're those that like to research or at least like to verify what I'm speaking about, um, the five components that are in the Maslow pyramid are self-actualization, self-esteem, love and affection, safety and security, and then your overall psychological needs. The first one that I want to talk about today is your self-actualization. And the definition for that is achieving one's full potential, including creative activities. Basically, desiring to be your best. Uh, whenever you want to desire to be your best, it has to be your best. It has to be an individual goal in mind. And you have to start with yourself first. You can't worry about anybody else's goals, what anybody else is trying to achieve. You can't try to compare your life to others. You have to be mindful of your own blessings and what you're trying to strive for. If you feel discouraged, you can always put daily affirmations up and encourage yourself that way. You can make sure you're around positive people in a positive setting. If you don't feel encouraged or uplifted once you leave those people, then you might want to reevaluate your circle. You don't need negativity in your circle because that way it brings other unnecessary negativity that you do not need. Striving and trying to meet your goals, it starts off small. Every little bit counts. If you're trying to go back to school, small things would be just to complete the application. That's the huge step is to complete your application to either the entrance of their school or your FAFSA. Picking up the phone and actually reaching out to the school, that's a big step. If your goal is to start your own company, um, drawing up a plan, making a list of things that you want to do to that you feel that are essential to starting your company, and that takes a piece of paper and a pen. So it's just like small things that you can do to meet your goals. Um, just anything that you know, just to make that first step. Um, and it's not, you're trying to please yourself, not others. And that's what I think we all are, people pleasers, and that's what we don't, want to do. It's not all about being liked, and it's not all about pleasing others. You need to please yourself first. It's all about internal love, internal happiness, and feeling, how you want to feel inside, not and what you want to accomplish, not somebody else. If you feel discouraged or if you need encouragement, someone else's affirmation is not going to be beneficial for you, because that if their affirmation or their opinion of you turns negative or to the left, then you're going to be right back to square one. So you start putting your own affirmations out there. Start claiming what you want in life. Speak it into existence. Those that are like myself, that are spiritual and have a strong relationship with God, pray about it. Put it in prayer. Pray big. You know, you have to start with yourself. Like I said, self-actualization is having actualization of yourself. It's common sense. You have to put it in um, If you have to break things down, to put it into your own perspective so that you understand it, so it sinks in. um, it will be beneficial to you to understand where you want to go in life, what you want to do, what's going to make you happy, instead of always trying to please others. It's okay to say no, because if you're already trying to meet your goals and get where you can strive where you need to be in life, you're gonna have to say no. You're gonna have to say no to some people in order to achieve what you need to achieve. You might have a paper due for school. You might have a company meeting. You might have to go get supplies for your company. You might have to do flyers. You might have things that you have to do, and you're going to have to say no. And it's okay to say no, especially when you're trying to do good for yourself. Sometimes saying no is the best way to have healthy mental health. Because when you have too much on your plate, that's when everything can go to the left, and it can cause behavioral issues within yourself. You can snap on the wrong people, the actual ones that are encouraging you and are positive in your circle. So it's always good to step back and take that deep breath and focus on yourself. Take time to look at your goals, things that you desire. If you desire to be happy, work on that. If you desire to encourage others, that's okay, but don't forget to encourage yourself. If you desire to be successful, do that. Make the first step. Do what makes you happy. If you desire to be in a healthy relationship, and I mean healthy, then do that. But be mindful too. There's people out there that don't have your best interest at heart, but do what you desire to do, or what you feel is beneficial to you, because your overall mental health and how you feel about yourself is very important and is key to everything. So I broke that down. I'm going to try to make these videos um, a lot smaller, because I want things to sink in. I want people to grasp the words and the meaning of everything. I want every component of this pyramid to be taken in. I want, and then if you do miss something, you can, always go back if you want to take notes. If you don't want to go and look up the actual pyramid, that's fine. You can take the definitions of the ones that I give you and put it on a piece of paper. That could be your checklist. That could be, you could put that up alongside your affirmations for the day. Right next to I am beautiful, I am enough. That pyramid could be right there with the five components of it. And you can write down as throughout this video, throughout the videos that I have, you can write down each component and the definition. And once you meet those goals, or once you meet every component, you feel within yourself that, okay, I have self-actualization, I have self-esteem. Once you get there, you can check that off the list. And then you can be like, I'm that much closer to have completed myself, because nobody completes you. You complete yourself. Don't let anybody think that because you're not whole, you have to be with them in order to be complete. That's false. So please don't believe that. It starts with you. So I will be tomorrow. We will discuss the next component of this pyramid, and then Saturday I will go on live um, to take any questions. And I mean any questions. It doesn't have to be about the pyramid. It could be just quite overall questions in general. But if you'd like for me to go more in depth with the pyramid, or any of the components, or any questions, we will do that on the live on Saturday. And I will have a time for that coming up. So I thank you. Like, this is a little later in the evening, so I hope everybody has a good evening. I hope you take into consideration what I said, because you come first before anybody else. So thank you. Y'all have a good night, and God bless.